Jewels of the Sea, The Hunt for Floating Treasure. It's a magical deep dive in search of gems more beautiful than you can imagine. And I have somebody very special to read it to us. Ahoy, mateys! I'm going to read you the story of Jewels of the Sea, The Hunt for Floating Treasure. Amy and Bart love spending time with Saba, their grandfather. There's always a new adventure waiting for them. Saba carefully unfolds a piece of parchment paper, slightly burnt around the edges. It's a real treasure map. The X marking the spot covers the whole ocean. That's not much of a hunt, complains Bart. Look, I see diamonds shining on the water, says Amy. That's just the sun reflecting off the surface. Sunshine plays an important part in our hunt, explains Saba. The real treasure is yet to be seen. It is more beautiful than jewels and much more valuable. First, you must have the right equipment to find it, he says. Is it a spyglass? Bart asks. Pirates use them to search for treasure. Well, yes, something like that, replies Saba. Saba makes sure their equipment fits just right. The children follow him to the water and dive in. The hunt for floating treasure has begun. Amy and Bart notice seaweed and jellyfish floating by. They decide that neither one of these could be the treasure. Where is it? You will see the treasure in a moment, says Saba. It will be worth the wait. Just then, Saba uses a remote control to activate their micro goggles. Suddenly, their lenses become thicker and thicker. We found it, cries Bart. The children cannot contain their excitement. Yes, now you see. These are the diatoms. I call them jewels of the sea. You are looking through my latest invention, the micro goggles, Saba proudly says. They make the tiniest objects look huge. Amy and Bart are mesmerized as they view this new world around them. It's a world of creatures so tiny that they can only be seen through Saba's micro goggles. The diatoms look like they are made of glass with tiny holes all over, admires Amy. It's like a crystal box. It is called a frustule, said Saba. Just then, strange-looking sea creatures begin to feast on the diatoms. Oh no! They are going to eat them all up, cries Bart. It's okay. Diatoms multiply very fast. These creatures could never eat them all, explains Saba. Those tiny animals, called zooplankton, eat diatoms and in turn are eaten by small fish. The small fish are eaten by larger fish. Those fish are eaten by larger animals like seals and bears. This is called the food chain. People eat fish as well, added Saba. When you eat some of these fish, you are eating food that was initially made by diatoms. Wow! Most diatoms make their own food by combining sunlight with water and carbon dioxide. Saba continues. Land plants also do this. It is called photosynthesis. Big word, big word. Just then, an alarm goes off in their air tanks. The oxygen level has become very low. The diatoms will make more oxygen for us, Saba reassures them. They release oxygen when they make their own food, and that oxygen is diffused into the water and air. Diatoms provide almost a quarter of all the oxygen we breathe. Saba uses his oxygen gathering machine to refill their air tanks. The machine finds the oxygen in both the air and the water. Now that we have plenty of oxygen, follow me to the ocean floor, says Saba. Down here, you can see what happens after the diatoms die. Saba explains. Some frustules dissolve in the water and some sink to the bottom. Over time, they mix with mud and become diatomaceous earth. Are you going to tell us that dead diatoms are also valuable? Asks Amy. Precisely! Diatomaceous earth is used in cat litter and toothpaste, says Saba. Diatomaceous earth has been used for centuries. People used it to build the pyramids. Diatoms are the most valuable, though, when they are still alive. In fact, they make life on Earth possible. Scientists learn how polluted a body of water is by observing the different types of diatoms. They can also study how the Earth's climate has changed over thousands of years. The quest for floating treasure has been successful. Amy and Bart are amazed at the incredible beauty of the world they discovered with Saba. Saba collects some water, sand, and mud. We will take this back to my lab. I will show you the diatoms with my powerful microscope. Amy and Bart can't wait to see the jewels again. The end. Thank you, Patti Pirate, for that wonderful reading of Jewels of the Sea. Wait, there's more, much more. In the second part of the book, you can find a lot of answers to questions I think you may have about this magical tale. I would venture a guess that you're wondering about Saba's special equipment. Those micro goggles, the author created them out of her imagination, combining a diver's mask and a microscope. Diatoms really do release oxygen into the water, but Saba's invention, oxygen gathering machine, also came from the author's imagination. There are many other questions you might have. For instance, how tiny are those diatoms, really? Can diatoms live anywhere other than the ocean? Or do they really make oxygen to help us breathe? And the frustules, which are the outer shells of the diatoms, making diatomaceous earth, they really are used in things like cat litter and toothpaste and a lot of other items you can never imagine, but you can read about them in the back of the book. And you may want to go on your own quest for more beautiful images of diatoms. Who knows, maybe you'll become one of those doctors or scientists searching for more diatoms and how you can use them.